we're working hard to get the United States designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern, CPC. And I'm so excited that some senators have written to the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, to designate Nigeria as a CPC. And when that is done, there will be an immense, intense pressure on the Nigerian government to act, to carry out its lawful obligation, which for far too long it has abdicated: security and welfare of the people. They're killing minorities. Look, the people that have been killing us in Benue State do not have anything to do with Benue State. They do not have the right to come to Benue State uninvited, illegally, by trespassing, and then killing the lawful indigenous of Benue State. So, no matter what anybody thinks in Nigeria, we'll continue to put that pressure. We love our country. Loving of country is different from loving of leaders. We have leaders that are so extremely deeply just business with the country. They are just dealers. They are not leaders. We love our country. And so when we criticize and lampoon our leaders, it's not hate for the country. The country is distinct from the leaders. So we love our country. What is happening in Benue State, in Plateau State, in Southern Kaduna, in some parts of us, is outright jihad. Jihad, killing of Christians. And so some persons always use the preposterous excuse of saying, yeah, of course, these same guys are killing Muslims in the northwest, in the north. That is between them. It's not our concern. It's our concern to the extent that it has to do with human lives. But if you are talking of that is between them, for goodness sake. I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth. If a thief militia group goes to Sokoto to be killing people and be shouting in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ, wouldn't the Sokoto people call that Christian crusaders, Christian terrorists? They are doing that for Christ. Because from their mission statement, ab initio, the thief group, for instance, will say they are going to do that to spread Christianity. That is what these guys are doing in my land. They are coming, killing from beginning to end, shouting Allahu Akbar from beginning to end. And then when we begin to talk about jihad, a lot of people begin to give us the excuse of Boko Haram is killing Muslims. The bandits in the northwest are killing Muslims. It doesn't hold water. That is a featherweight excuse. Because in all the Islamic states where terrorists exist, they killed Muslims. But they do that for the sake of spreading the jihad. ISIS, was it not formed for jihad purposes? Was it not killing Muslims more than any religious group in Syria and Iraq? Al-Shabaab in Somalia, Taliban in Afghanistan. The majority of the people they are killing in those places are Muslims. So it doesn't matter that because they kill Muslims, so it's not jihad. It's jihad that is happening in our place. Even when the genocide in Rwanda was happening, the genocide of 1994, when the Hutus were trying to annihilate the Tutsis, they were killing the Tutsis and they were killing moderate Hutus. Moderate Hutus. So it doesn't matter that because they are killing some Muslims, so it's not jihad. It's jihad that's happening in our place. Terrorism against Christian minorities in the north. In the north. It has to stop. Unfortunately, we don't have leaders who are really leaders in the true sense of the word. We just have dealers. Dealers, they concern themselves with just receiving allocations from the federal government, from the federation account, this for the federal government, this for the state government, this for the local government, and they begin to tell us that, oh, they are building some kind of roads, some kind of underpasses or flyovers. It doesn't matter. The most important responsibility of the government is protection of human lives. There was a guy who was telling me, I sometime a month or two ago, he came on my Facebook wall and insulted me that, oh, I'm against the government, that is why I'm saying this. Can you imagine that? But the funny thing is that just last week, I saw the same guy post on his Facebook that his brother has been kidnapped by Fulani terrorists and he's begging people to raise money. He has even sent an account. You see, I keep saying this. I say everybody is a potential victim. So if you play politics with it, it's going to be you the following day. I'm so sorry for what has happened to that family. But that's the reality of Nigeria. Everybody is a potential victim. By the time you begin to play politics over this, just wait for your time. There's no how you can escape it. You may say, oh, you are not in Yerwata, which is by the border between Benue and Nasarawa, and so it's vulnerable. But these guys will get you while traveling. They'll come out of the bush and just stop your car while traveling. That's the reality. Whether you go to Abuja or Kaduna or Lagos, they'll just come out of the bush from nowhere and kidnap you. And that may probably be the end of you. So this is exactly what we're preaching against. The government has the capacity to stop this if you want to stop this. But a lot of people involved in the government are involved in this. And government, because she wants to sustain herself in power, they begin to play political correctness above the interests of the generality of the people, protection of lives. It's unfortunate. We'll continue this advocacy. Nigeria must wake up. Nigeria must wake up. We must take our place, our rightful place in the Committee of Nations. We're supposed to be up there, not stagnated where we are. We must take our rightful place.
This is a big slap on Nigerian face, my people's face, my face, my region. To Hausas that are Muslim and Christians face, even to some Yoruba region. I'm not speaking for all these people, I'm speaking for myself and my region. Our president have just disrespected us, but I did not blame our government. Let them do more. I want more from them. What they are doing to us is very, very light. I want more of their torture towards us. We Nigerians, we deserve anything that is happening to us as it stand. When I go to shout all the time, has God forgotten about you? No, you are forgotten about yourself. You don't know who you are. You are lost. That is why you continue to be maltreated in your own land. Nothing will happen. Now listen to what our president said in Owerri when he was making speech.
No religious persecution in Nigeria is a lie from the pit of hell.
Now, our president just said there is no persecution of religion in Nigeria. So I want to remind you, if you've forgotten, my state is known as Christian state. As of some months ago, 500 plus people were massacred in my state, and the media reduced it to 200 plus. In Ondo, some Fulani T group invaded the church there, massacred a lot of people there in a church. Till date, nothing has been done. As of some week ago, some Hausa Muslim were observing their morning prayer, and some group of Fulani that I will see negotiating peace deal with the government of that region invaded this Muslim, massacre 52 plus people, and the media reduced it to 32. You did not see all those videos. So I'm not condemning what you are doing to us. I love what you are doing to Nigeria because we go get sense. And we Nigerians will learn in hard way. The way you are treating us, I love you so much. But sir, for you coming to a public space and telling people that it's not true, that is what I don't like. It's a disrespect and mockery to our face. That is my pain, sir. If it's what you are doing to Nigeria, continue. It's even more lesser. Make it more tougher, sir. We deserve everything that you are doing to us, sir. There is persecution in my state. If other people say there is no persecution in their state, in my own state, Benue State, there is persecution, sir, of Christian particularly. Now, you said another thing in that same video that till now my chest is paining me, sir. Sir, you said there are now good hospitals, clinic, and good facility in our hospitals and clinic. So I want to ask you, sir, if we have all these things in Nigeria clinic, why are you flying out of the country? Why are your members, your people, flying out of the country to receive treatment, sir. I'm not saying you are lying that we don't have all these things, but why are you not receiving treatment if truly what you are saying is true, sir? For those of us where they see the work of this president, and we they see the good work when they do, and we they condemn them, God go punish us all. And for those of you where una they see the work wey Tinubu they do, and una they support them, all the thing when they do us, it go happen to us. Those of now where they support them for the good work when they do, the good work that President Tinubu is doing, that you guys are supporting him, will happen to all of you.
Mr. Okora Moses, do you remember that whenever any president is being sworn in, he swore to protect life and property? That is the major issue they came to do to the people. To protect life and property. If you have failed on this particular major duty, please, what other progress are you talking about? Look at Nigeria. We are now sharing governance with the terrorists, and nobody thinks it is important. So how can you make progress where there is insecurity? Mention one particular country in the whole wide world where you have ever made progress with insecurity bedeviling you. It can never happen. So all this speech is all about deceit, because it is not possible for Nigeria to make progress with this insecurity. It's not possible. It can never happen. Except the president addressing this insecurity is wasting his time. Next year he will still do another speech. But you will not tell Nigerians why the government is sharing power with terrorists. I mean, sharing power. They now decide what to do and what not to do. They tell Nigerian government what they want and they will comply. They give you their names. You can't even pronounce it. President Tinubu was quick to mention IPOB and ESN in the settings, but this other people did not. He didn't call their names out. He had never, since he came into office, these Fulani headmen that are terrorizing farmers, he had never called out their name. One day. Can you compare IPOB and what they are fighting for and what people are doing to us? Can you compare it? So when you have not identified the problem, how can you solve it? How can you solve it? Every year, the same rhetorics. The same rhetorics. You want to. What have you done exactly that you can go to market and say, yes, this thing, we can see it. You remove first subsidy. Where is the result? Are you not still borrowing money? So what is this thing that every time they will write speeches to deceive Nigerians? You brought a NEP fund and the universities increased their school fees. So the gain of the NEP fund was taken away. You give me by the right hand and you collect it with the left hand. Oh, well. So what is that thing that you and I can take to the bank and say, yes, this thing is working?
It's not that people don't love their country. Nigerians love their country so much, but the system has made a lot of Nigerians become so frustrated. Understandably so. You see, Singapore will be 60 this year, just 5 years less than Nigeria. That city-state, which is the size, the landmass is just like from Benue State, from Makurdi to Katinala. That's the entirety of Singapore. But the disparity between Singapore and Nigeria is extremely very wide, uncomparable in every facet of national life, of modernity. But that's a story for another day. I was going through the president's speech because by the time he delivered, he made the broadcast, just like a lot of people in the United States. I was fast asleep. So when I woke up, I was able to go through the transcript of the speech. And did it inspire hope? I really don't think. But for me, I was very particular in paragraph 13 of his speech, where he talked about issue of insecurity. He was very particular about the insecurity in Northwest, that is where the areas of banditry and kidnapping, and the insecurity in Northeast, that's Boko Haram dominant, and the insecurity in Southeast, Eastern Security Network and IPOB. He was completely silent about the most devastated part of Nigeria at the moment, the North Central, the states of Benue, Nasarawa, especially the thief-dominated part of Nasarawa in Obi, Doma, Kiana, and Awe, and Plateau State, local governments of Plateau State like Riom, Barkeladi, Basa, Jos, Mangu, Panshin, Kannam, and the rest, and Southern Kaduna, and the trending state right now, Kwara State. He was completely silent. Why? Because the insecurity in these places, in these states in the Middle Belt, is caused by one terrorist group, the Fulani terrorists, the Fulani jihadist. And everybody's afraid of calling their names. The government at all times behave as if they don't exist at all. And that is the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world, according to Global Terrorism Index. But the government, for the sake of political correctness, don't ever call their name. They do not. At all times. And the president in his speech, for goodness sake, the president was so vehement and so intense in talking about Eastern Security Network, ESN. Eastern Security Network, by Amnesty International statistics, between 2020 and 2025, for 5 years, the killings attributed to them were about 1,700. That number, in 5 years, that number is less than the number of deaths in Benue State this year alone carried out by Fulani terrorists. With my village of Irota carrying the lion's share of about 270 people, my kinsmen killed in a single night within a space of 4 hours, in a single night. And the president did not mention about it. On a day as important as Independence Day, in the speech, the National Day, in no other country on earth is this possible, that the president will be silent about it. The biggest killing, the biggest massacre of this year. No mention about arrest, no mention about arrest of their sponsors, no mention about when the IDPs are going back to their own ancestral land, their own home. We cannot farm, we no longer go to farm. Our farms are destroyed. Completely destroyed. My own farms, my stepmother's farm, completely destroyed. Killings are going on every day in Benue, from Apa to Agatu to Gwewes to Guma to Makodi to Otukpo to Okum, Logo, Ketsenala, Kwande. In Kwande, just day before yesterday or yesterday, how many people were killed? In collaboration with the army. A fact that has been known by the whole world. Unfortunately for Nigeria, the whole world has known about this. And Nigeria don't want to stop. And the Benue State governor, in his own speech in paragraph 8, he was so quite flippant about this matter. Was so vacuous. He mentioned it just like aside. Say they are tackling matters of insecurity optimally. How? To what extent? How? How? People are still in the IDP camps. No reconstruction, no rehabilitation going on in Yorota. Our farms are completely destroyed. Daily killings without corresponding statements released by the government. Every day. That is the primary essence of government. Section 14 sub 2 paragraph B succinctly captured this. Of the Nigerian 1999 Constitution as amended, the security and welfare of the people is the primary purpose of government. So what are we saying? People are dying daily. We will keep talking about this over and over until government wakes up to our responsibility. But then we behave as if there is no tomorrow. I want to tell our leaders at all levels that look, history have recorded this. We've seen people come and go. This ain't gonna be different. This ain't gonna be different. If you guys are part of the conspiracy in the killings of our people, if you guys are paying like a cynical approach to this because of political correctness, I want to see there is going to be a tomorrow. This will just be a passing phase. And one day, we shall look at all these evil people march on evil procession into oblivion. And what will be left of them is the ink of posterity. We can be better. We shall triumph. We will get through this. And we will come out stronger.
Good day to everyone all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. We've heard what the Middle Belters and other Nigerians are saying concerning the insecurity in Nigeria. It's not making sense at all, and they are not happy about it. And this is the reason why they are petitioning the United States government to label Nigeria a country of a particular concern. And honestly, this is to put pressure on the central government, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, to live up to expectation and to ensure they don't shy away from their responsibility, because the responsibility of every government is to protect lives and properties. But that's not what is going on. That's not what is obtainable under this administration. Lives are lost on daily basis. People are kidnapped on daily basis. There's no part of this country that is safe. There's no region, there's no state There's no way that is saving this country today. But even in news comes out to criticize them, to say that this government had performed below par in the aspect of security, you see that they'll call on their media warrior to come and defend them and to debunk this. And this is not how we are going to grow as a nation. This is not how we are going to develop as a nation, because the government should be able to accept criticism and to see it from the right perspective and to turn it into their own advantage to solve the problem, so that people can start praising them. But that is not what this administration is doing. This administration is fond of just defending anything they can defend. They are fond of playing politics with Nigeria's life, and this is not funny again. And I hope the United States take this seriously, and I hope they are able to achieve this, to put pressure on this government to ensure that they take the protection of lives and property serious above every other thing. You can see now they are talking about 2027 election when they've not even finished this first term that Nigeria voted them in for. Nigerians have not even had the dividends of democracy for the first term that they are still on, but they are now talking about second term, how to win second term. And this is what these politicians are all about. They are just all about their own personal and selfish interest, not the interest of Nigerians and not the interest of the masses. And this is the reason why you see that they are also playing a very key role in this whole insecurity that is going on, because I think they're using it as an avenue to play politics in Nigerians' life and to use it as an avenue to get to power and attain whichever position they want in this country. This is all I have to say. Can you drop what you have to say in the comment section? And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.